From grooming grommies to pioneers and present world champs, we have a huge episode of Surfing Australia TV lined up for you today. And here's a quick teaser to whet your appetite.
When I don't feel so fine, my machine makes up its mind.
The Burleigh Pro is an ASP 4-star men's and 6-star women's event that showcases some of the world's best surfers at one of the world's most famous point breaks. Let's check out the action from this year's comp.
– 164 of the world's best surfers have landed on the golden sands of the Gold Coast at its most famous headland, Burleigh Heads, for the Burleigh Pro.
There's a lot of the CT guys in it.
It's got Mick and Owen and a bunch of the best surfers in the world.
The Burleigh Pro is the first world qualifying event for the year. Burleigh Heads is situated directly in the middle of Australia's fun capital, the Gold Coast.
It is only a 4-star, but we get the biggest names here.
The men's event has 164 of the world's top surfers vying for the all-important qualifying points into the WCT Dream Tour. No other 4-star event in the world is as prestigious as the Burleigh Pro.
Yeah, Surf Burleigh with 4 guys out, it's worth paying the entry fee just for that.
There are no second chances. With 4 men per heat, the competition is fierce. The top 2 men will advance through, and the bottom 2 will be eliminated from competition.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this is the 4th year now the Burleigh Pro has been in action, and every year it's going from strength to strength.
The Stubbies is, ancient history. It was a great event in its day throughout the 70s and 80s. I think the Breaker will evolve into a very important event for the Gold Coast.
I no doubt think in years to come this is going to be by far one of the best competitions in the country, if not the world.
It's kind of like the home of professional surfing in many ways in Australia. So it's great to see a big event here.
Never knew softness.
I hate rocks. I've always hated rocks and I'm useless at jumping off, but I also hate paddling, so I take the chance.
It's taken out a few guys in the past.
Just the other week ago I snapped out a fin, so yeah, it's not getting any easier and I'm getting more clumsy.
I'd kind of rather jump off the rocks, hopefully not slip arse over in front of a camera.
The forehand guys have got that option of the air and the big fin bus, because when they do a big fin bus and they go backwards, they can easily get back around and go front side to the wave and drive off again, whereas on the back side it's a little harder to just go heels and go straight into a bottom turn. So I chose to go for a mute grab, which grabbing the front rail on my board would pull me back towards the face of the wave and put me out in front of it, and it did exactly that, and I landed in the flats. I actually went out at D-Bar the day before and practiced that manoeuvre because I thought it would be coming into play at this event.
Owen Wright had put on a master display of backhand surfing. Heading into the final, he would be joined by Lennox head surfer Adam Melling.
Adam absolutely blazing, getting pocket nines pretty much every heat. Owen Wright has been on the ropes and has come through with the goods.
The form that Melling was in and how many nines he'd been getting in every heat, that I was like, all right, I'm going to have to lift my game.
His wave selection has been impeccable so far today. Offering him a nice little wall through this inside section, a couple of little good squeezes, finish with authority. Power gouges, that's what we've been waiting for from Alan Melling in this final.
His rail surfing in this event has by far been the strongest out of anyone.
Midway through the final, Wright locks in an excellent score, a 9.17. Then he backs it up with a 6.1.
Look at this, folks. This is what we like to see. These boys are going to need nines to beat each other.
With 20 seconds left, Melling has one last chance to take the win.
Needs a big score. What's this wave going to offer for Adam Melling? He's racing down the line. Nice big boost there. Innovation. Oh!
It looks like it could be a little victory lap here for Owen Wright. Oh my goodness, so close.
Owen Wright, breaker, Burleigh Pro champion, 2013. How's it feel?
I'm wrapped. It's been since New York, since my last win, and this confidence and the boards that are feeling great, the fitness level, I'm wrapped.
Massive round of applause. The 2013 Breaker Burleigh Pro champion, Mr. Owen Wright.
The only thing that you're not too sure about going into an event, I feel sometimes, is your competition game. And to have this event here is just one of the best things.
Getting ready? Not as many as you, Gromps.
We always wanted to surf, but didn't know how. Then Mum found out about Vegemite Surf Gromps. You get an awesome Quicksilver pack. We learned all about the ocean and catching waves, and they have the best instructors. It's like, woohoo! Anyone can do it. Party wave? So give it a go. Just go to surfgromps.com to join. See you at the back!
If you want to be a Steph Gilmore or you want to be the next Kelly Slater, you can't afford to go the path of taking drugs.
It kills me to think how many guys were good at what they were doing, had so many dreams and had so much potential, and had just thrown it away because the party scene on a Friday night was more important to them than the rest of the week in their surfing future.
All through my using, I thought that I had the power over drugs, and I thought that I could stop any time I wanted to. I had no power over drugs. Drugs had all the power over me.
Recently, world number 2 Sally Fitzgibbons hosted her very own pro surfer camp at the Hurley Surfing Australia High Performance Centre, where she shared her knowledge with the next generation of female surfing stars. She joined resident coach and character Samba Man, who kick-started the fun.
Yeah, well, we've got about probably 16 girls today, and you know, I've had probably 3 days, and we've got a few behind us. Oh, there's Mini Samba there. Hey, Sam. Yeah, that's her. Yeah.
Rapping.
And there you go. This is our day right here.
Walking down the beach there at Kingscliff, it was perfect for, you know, we have quite a number of girls in the group, and I think it was about 16, and there was a perfect little bank, lefts and rights, and a lot of waves just coming through. So the girls were, it was good fun being in the water with them, because they, you know, I'd be chatting to a couple, then we'd catch a wave, and then all of a sudden they would just all want to have this party wave, like things that you just don't do at this stage of my career too often. Like, you don't really get to surf with 16 groms on a daily basis, and them all like hanging off your leg rope when you're paddling out, and they're trying to tip you over, and you know, they're talking about sharks and big waves, and the turn they just did, they're coming out telling me about it, and you're just going, oh, you know, wow, this is unreal.
What we basically do, every 20 or so minutes, the surfer will come in, we'll go through the movements on the beach and explain how they need to hold their body, and then they go back out and keep trying to do that movement, and then going back in and just trying to really cement it into their mind and make sure that they get this down. So it's a lot of going out and in, but it's good fitness at the same time.
I'm Lucy Callister, I'm 14 years old, and I'm from
Palm Beach in Queensland. Yeah, I've been trying airs all week. Well, actually, no, like before, I've been trying airs a lot lately. I just wanted to get air while the camp was, like while I was at the camp. And the coaches have been helping all week for me to try and like make it.
So I'm paddling back out and she was almost stuck, she was so close. And then just paddle over the wave perfectly and like boom, just perfect pop and lands. And I was so stoked. I was there to see Lucy stomp her first air, and I think I had the biggest smile on my face, and I felt like I just landed, I was like, yeah.
I was just like smiling so much, and I was like, did I get in the air? Did I just get it like out of the air? It's just like, I'm Sally!
So attractive, yeah? Coming to the Sally Fitz camp is pretty surreal because it feels like just yesterday that I was their age and I was going, scratching my head like, how do I make it to the world tour? And so they're at that stage at the minute, and there's so many similarities in a few of the girls that, and questions they ask that I was asking. So it's quite special to be in this position now, to have 4 world tour seasons under my belt and be able to pass on that wisdom and knowledge and things that I've learned. And you don't think that you have a lot to give until they start asking these questions, and all the information and things that I've seen and done have just just spill out like while I'm talking to them. So it's it's been pretty educational, I think, for them, but also for me.
What an amazing opportunity for those Grommies to pick the brains and be inspired by Sally Fitzgibbons. Now, if you want any information on the HPC Pro Surfer camps, just head to our website. Does your cutback need work? Do you want to learn how to do aerials? Or do you just feel you could surf a whole lot better? Take your surfing to the next level with help from www.surfcoach.com. Surfcoach.com is an interactive website to help improve your surfing. The site isn't just for competition surfers, but any surfer who just wants to do a better turn, learn a new move, or simply be more confident whenever they enter the ocean. Visit www.surfcoach.com now to find that.
The world's best surfers ride them, and now you can too. Surfsim.com is giving you the chance to win your very own custom DHD surfboard. Surfsim.com offer great deals on travel sims. Travel Sim are the experts in prepaid global roaming and are the smart way to use your mobile phone when travelling overseas. So surf the net to surfsim.com now for your chance to win your DHD board, and remember Travel Sim for your next trip.
Simon Anderson forged a career not only as a world-class competitor, but as a surfer completely immersed in surfboard design. Over 30 years ago, he revolutionised surfing when he invented the 3-fin thruster. Now, Surfing Australia was absolutely privileged to go one-on-one, sit down and have a chat with Simon as he shared the story of how the thruster was born.
At the time, back in 1980, 81, there was 2 schools of thought. There was a single fin camp and the twin fin camp. And pretty much everyone was in the single fin camp. Really pro surfing didn't really know where it was going. Just knew it needed to evolve in some way, shape or form. So we ended up at a lot of new countries like Japan, England, Brazil, Europe. And we're finding that pretty much the waves were generally small. Mark, as it was with his twin fin, was having good success. He's a great surfer, and if we really wanted to compete, if we wanted to match MR or try and match MR, we really had to do something about our equipment. And for me, being in the single fin camp firmly, and a big guy, it meant switching to a twin fin. I found great difficulty in doing that because the twin is essentially, it's a very fast, very loose board that's difficult to control, and you need to surf it a certain way, and I guess in a way I'm kind of inflexible in my thinking about my surfing, and I was reluctant to give up the single fin. There was this inner conflict, if you like. There was this need that I had to do something, and eventually I got the spark. In October 1980, I was back in Sydney surfing Narrabeen where I live, and a mate of mine who works in the surfboard industry, Frank Williams, he came out of the surf and he had a twin fin with him, and there was this little stubby thing at the back of his twin fin board right on the swallowtail, about an inch high, so it was a tiny little thing about that long. And I said to Frank, you know, what's that do, Frank? And he said, oh, it helps make the twin fin a bit more stable. And I immediately had the thought, well, I'm going to make that real stable. I'm going to put a whole fin back there. And I just went back to the factory. I don't know whether it was that day, that moment, or the next day. Went back to the factory and added three fins, and there was just a little bit of adjusting of fin sizes and stuff, but that's where the idea came from. The thing about surfboard design and surfers, you know, guys like Kelly, for example, maybe Dane Reynolds, you know, surfers are never satisfied with the status quo, and they want improvement. You know, they've got imaginations, they want to surf in a different way from the group that before them. The more we develop boards and the more sophisticated they become, the more we're able to go back over pre-existing designs and add those elements and bring that alive.
I want to be the best I can be, and there's no better high than pushing myself and my surfing. For me, surfing is everything. I can't imagine not having surfing with me for the rest of my life. Don't let drugs destroy your future.
The Vam Cira Teams Challenge is Australia's most prestigious board riding title. It was first held in the 60s as the Burleigh Pro, and in 1984 it was changed to a teams format. Now, I don't want to give away too much, but to give you an idea of just how fierce the competition was, the winner was declared on a countback.
We're in our 29th year running of the event. It started in 1984. We have 34 teams. That's a huge amount of surface to process in 3 days. And the most important people to thank are the clubs. They venture a long way to come to this event.
So we give a lot of money back to the clubs in prize money. This event gives over $20,000 worth of prize money and prizes to the clubs that are competing, and the junior event gives over $15,000 worth of prize money. So it's good. Those clubs take that money and then they're developing their juniors, and hopefully one day we'll have another world champion coming out of one of these clubs.
It would be great to see all the rest of the world get involved in stuff like this, and it's very unique, and I think it's such a good environment, like having that team environment and have everyone to support the club. So, it's getting bigger and better, and I think it's just going to go forward with it, and I think it's just awesome Australia's got it.
This is the second year that Vam have been involved with the event, and they've come back because they had such a great time with us last year. We provided a lot of exposure for them. They put on their Instagram, their Facebook, on their website, and they got a lot of hits and a lot of response, and they also got a lot of people in their new stores up at Coolangatta and also down at Tweed as a result of this comp and the exposure that we've given them. So that's why they're back on board. They're a great supporter of us. They provide the entertainment at night as well. Last night they put some money on the bar at Rainbow Bay Surf Club for a lot of the surfers. So, you know, it's real grassroots stuff. It's all about supporting the clubs that are coming up here and the mums and dads that are supporting those clubs as well. So it's really good to have these guys on board, and I'm sure they'll be on board with us for the next few years as well.
It's probably the most stressful event you'll ever surf. It's you know, extremely hard for all the guys with the pressure, but all the boys are down there having a good time. So no matter what, after your heat, you get cheered up the beach. You know, it's a good environment, and the boys just have a ball. Everyone does.
The next heat for Snapper and the next heat for D-Bar will be very vital, of course. Nathan Hedge v Jack Freestone.
Our club president, D-Bar Board Riders, Poppy, he organised this Disabled Surfers fundraiser, which is awesome.
The boys all approached me late last year and wanted to do something for the local community. We were able to raise over $4,000, and that was our target. We did the event for the disabled surfers, and they're always looking for the Sand Cruiser wheelchairs. So that's it, and that's the chair there.
Awesome, you know, I've got all my mates up there, you know, we're a big family, and just to bring it home for them is pretty amazing. Oh, I don't know, the boys are probably going to go mad.
Well, last year we walked down the main street with flags and we stopped traffic, so I'm scared. It's going to be very wild, to put it that way. It's going to be extremely fun.
After years battling it out on the World Championship Tour and finishing second in the world title race 4 times, Australia's Joel Parkinson finally was crowned world champion in 2012. Here is the man himself to tell you all about his journey.
My preparation, I guess, has been the same, training and getting ready, but just my whole attitude and my whole, I guess the way I compete is a bit different, you know, really relaxed, really, you know, enjoying it. You know, there's been so much support for me everywhere I go. People have been like, yeah, Parko, go, and I've been like, it's just been really cool to hear, you know, I get so many messages, and we've all seen Kelly get a few, so I guess it'd be a nice change of pace to see someone else get one. A lot of people are talking like points this and results that. I guess I try not to let anything bother me too much, and you know, it's not the be all and end all of you know, just putting so much focus into some things. You know, sometimes it's just better on natural instinct. Really, 09 is the closest. You know, really. The other couple of runner-ups were like, you know, I wasn't even there. I was 5th or 6th till the end of the year, and then moved up the rankings. I could just. You know, it looks on paper like I was close, but I wasn't actually even in it. You know, I just kind of leapfrogged a couple of guys, a good result at the end. But 09 was the one that, yeah, it hurt the most for sure, because I had such a good lead, and you know, it all went crashing down. Even when I was trying to compete with my ankle, I remember just thinking, you know, I barely even thought about the contest or what was going to be right. All I could think about was fixing that foot and making sure everything was right. It was just a different year, you know. I guess when I first started, it had a lot of the same qualities as this year. You know, I was really enjoying it, was really relaxed about it, and then when all that happened, it was just, I was a ball of stress in the end.
Not again, Joel Parkinson and another freak foot accident.
This, the wave, the moment when it all went wrong. An innocuous wipeout, but a painfully real result.
One wave at snapper just ended everything. That was different. That injury was, you know, that was complete stop everything. You know, I couldn't walk for months or anything. So I guess like anyone, first thing you do is ask for a time frame. I mean, I was asking the lifeguard that was wrapping me up on the beach and put me in the ambulance, how long do you think? I need a time frame. And then even I got in the ambulance, had the green stick, and I was still asking him, you reckon I'll be sweet? You know, and then I was in surgery. I knew it was bad. The first surf I came back, I stood on my deck grip and it felt like I was standing on nails, just because my grip was, you know, it was soft, but it was so tender. And then, yeah, it slowly got going again. I surfed for about 3 weeks. I went to Hawaii and it felt unreal. One thing that stokes me out more than anything, and one when I first got to like compete and put a rashie on again, I paddled out and my first wave was a 10. Just paddling out, and the first wave I stood back up on, I got a 10 on, I was more stoked on that, and I still, to this day, I kind of shock and disbelief in myself that I actually pulled that off. The title race has been so cool to be in, you know, Kelly, Mick and John there for a while, and it makes for a spectacular finish. As I said, I mean, I wasn't going to let myself lose, you know. I did not want to be 5 bridesmaids. I didn't want to have that tag of a surfer, the best surfer ever to win a world title.
For more information on anything that you have seen on today's show, just head to our website. And FYI, we are socially engaged on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. I'm Jess Skarratt. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time for more Surfing Australia TV.